Hey everyone, welcome back to my craft room. This is Eileen with Eileen David Creations, and today it's day 12 of the 12 days of Christmas crafts that we're doing. And today we are also going to be drawing and announcing the winner of the centerpiece we made for day 11 of our 12 days of Christmas. And here it is. In case you missed it. Hi Sandy. This is what we're going to be giving away. So I'm going to make that drawing today and have this in the mail tomorrow because I want to make sure that whoever wins it has it in time for Christmas. Hey Marilyn. Hi Terry. Thank you guys for the hearts already. Hi Tammy. So okay, let me go ahead and do this so that I know that I can see it. Okay, let me go ahead and it would be nice if I muted that. Hey everyone, hi Carla, hi Amanda. Hey Kayla. Hi everyone. Thank you guys all for joining me today on our last day of this 12-day craft project that I challenged myself to do. So as you may or may not have known, this is like I only started doing lives maybe 3-4 weeks ago, and I was petrified to do it, so I challenged myself to do consecutive days just to shake off that fear so I can just do it. Hi Leanne, hi Shirley, hi Melissa, hey Polly, thanks you guys for joining. So I'm more comfortable now than I was on day one, but I still get the jitters for the first minute or so. So it's getting better. It's getting better, definitely. Thank you, Diana. So, as I said, today we're going to be making a teardrop wreath, and we're going to, let me tell you, and we'll do the drawing towards the end. So I'll keep you guys on the edge of your seats. Thank you, Anita. Thanks, Tammy. Okay, so let me show you what we're going to be using. We're going to be using this 36-inch teardrop wreath form, and let me give you some info on it. I got this from Craft Outlet. It's called the 36-inch Belgium spruce teardrop swag. Did I say wreath? I meant a swag. We're doing a swag, and it's $9.95. And the item number is XX202827. So this is what it looks like out of the box, just like all the other wreath forms that we normally either buy from the store or order online. They are really scrunched and compacted together. Hey Linda from Canada. Hi Dawn. Hi PJ. So what we do is we fluff them out. We just separate the tines or the branches. I never know what to call these, you guys, every single time. So, and they're pretty long. And we just open them up. Some of them stand up like this, and some of them come out like that. And let me show you, I already did one. Let me show you the difference. So after fluffing it out, this is what it looks like. Major, major difference, right? So this is before, and this is after. Almost looks like a completely different thing. So this is what we're going to be using. I'll put this one down now. This means I can do another one later. So we're on, in addition to the wreath form, the teardrop form, I keep saying wreath. You guys know I mean swag, right? We're going to be using this red and green striped deco mesh, and it's all like foil deco mesh, and this is from Hobby Lobby. We're going to be using this really pretty, this is a 5-inch ribbon from Sam's Club. These are, if you guys have a Sam's Club and have the opportunity to pick up some of these ribbons, they're a great buy. I think they're like $6.98 for a roll of ribbon. You can't beat that. We're also going to be using, this is also from Sam's Club, and it's a apple green ribbon with Merry Christmas on it. think that's fitting. And then we're also going to be using this, I don't know if it's called a ribbon mesh. It says ribbon on it. Look how big this roll is, you guys. I bought this actually from Michael's. Was it last year or the year before? Debbie, these ribbons from Sam's Club, they're like $6.98 per roll. And this one, this big 5-inch one, has 25 yards. And this 2.5-inch one is 50 yards. So 50 yards of ribbon for $7, basically. That's great. And this one, the Michaels in my area, they don't do it anymore. You know how Michaels, they have a place where they do custom designs there? And I think the Michaels in my area stopped doing it, and they were selling off their materials after the holidays. And I saw these. I have, I think, 3 or 4 different colors of these huge rolls. And it says it's 4 inches. They sell it says for ribbon, and this is a 50-yard roll. And I have it marked here. I got it for $19.99. And what it is, even though they say it's a ribbon, it's like a mesh. It's like a netting material. And it says 4 inches, but you can totally stretch it out to way bigger than 5 inches. So we're going to be using that just for added texture on against our swag. I'll learn to say swag before the end of this video, I promise. So that's going to be our base. And then we're also going to be using some ornaments. Here's a large ornament. I think it's a 5-inch ornament to go with our theme of red and green. I have this this red like glitter, and there's glitter and sequins and a bunch of stuff on it. This is actually from Dollar Tree. Hi, Tina. And then we're going to be using these 2 ornaments. They're apple green with some red glitter in the middle. I forgot actually where I got them. Probably from like Michael's. I had them. These are the ornaments that I've hoarded last season when I bought them on super clearance at the end of after the holidays. Then we have these. They're pretty much the same. They're red and green with striped red and green, a little bit of white. And then I picked up this little red ornament. This is also from Dollar Tree. I figured we'll add that in there too. And I have some other things that I picked that matches the colors, but I'm not sure if we're going to be using them. Let me show you. These are from Michael's. Aren't they cute? So these are sprays. They're different. I only had 1 of each. So these are all just circles or balls, and these guys have like squares or cubes on them, so they're a little bit different. I think if we use them, they add a lot more character. Thank you, guys. And here's another one. This is also from Michael's that I got last year. Isn't this cute? So it's a huge spray, so it's like 36 inches or over 36 inches, and it comes with 3 different like branches that I think we can take apart if we use it, because I like it because it's glittered. The white part is glittered, and it has red and green balls at the end, so add a little touch of whimsy. So like I said, we may or may not. Hey, Mom, we're helping, don't worry. Hey, Shirley. Hi, Kaya. Today we're making Teardrop swag. This is the base that we're using. It's going to be white, and the colors we're using are an apple green. This is apple green and red. I wanted to use different colors, but I didn't have the ribbons and the ornaments that I wanted for those colors. So we're using this instead. Okay. So let's get started. This is going to be awkward because normally this would probably be easier if I had an easel and I had this hanging up like this and working on it. But since I don't, we're going to be working on our table. let me move some of this stuff out before, since we don't need them, since they're not rolling around. All right, moving the camera down. Thanks, Connie, I hope so. Okay, here we go. So the first thing we're gonna do is take our deco mesh, unwrap it. And what we're gonna do with this 21-inch deco mesh is we're gonna basically use it as a giant ribbon roll. And what I mean about that is, move that out of the way so you can see what I'm doing with the mesh. So we're gonna take the ends, gather it, and take maybe 4 inches from the end, and we're gonna make a bow. So gather everything, just run your hand down it, and let me measure it. So let's do 18 inches. Let's see how that looks. Nope, I wanted it a little bit bigger. So 22 inches, yeah, that'll work. So I did 22 inches, excuse me. Got a little message pop up there. Put this up a little bit. There you go. 22 inches. And I just made that into a loop. Then we're going to measure another 22 inches. And again, just run your hand down to gather it. And twist. So we have a loop. And we're actually going to do 3 loops for the first one. And again, we're going to gather it together, if I can get it. Oh, I forgot to mention, for this, we're going to be using scissors. And I have the glue skillet warming up. It's all melty. So we have 3 loops so far. And we're going to arrange it so that it looks like ribbon loops. So it looks like that. Nice and fluffy and full. I'm really liking these colors, you guys. So we're going to take our swag form. And oh, another thing that I like about this, the form already has a hanger at the very top that the tag's attached to. So you don't have to worry about making a hanger when you're done. Sorry, you guys, if you're still there. Sorry. Hang on. Well, that wasn't embarrassing at all. Let me move the cord so that this thing doesn't pull it again. Wow. All right. Sorry, guys. Let's start over. I know. Oh my goodness, I just have to laugh. If I don't laugh, I might cry. So, sorry I didn't. I hope I didn't make anybody motion sick or anything. Okay, so we're doing 22-inch loops 3 times to make our first ribbon. Let me push this out of the way before I dip the mesh into it. So, that's never happened to anybody that I've watched before. Okay, and the 3rd loop. Okay, so let me pull this down here and be careful when I put this there. So we're gonna use the ties from the swag itself to tie the mesh onto the base. Just give it a good 3 twists, and then we can arrange the loops. And you can be rough with this deco mesh. You know it's very forgiving. And then the deco mesh that we have here, we're going to try to bring it down to the side under this one loop. And we're going to drape it like halfway done. Oh, hang on, let me make sure that the volume. Is that better, guys? Can you hear me okay? Let me know if you can hear me okay. The volume is turned up all the way. I'll speak a little bit louder. Still low, huh? Okay, hang on. Okay, good. Connie can hear me. Okay, good. So what we're going to do is we're still gathered the mesh, and we're going to pull it down to about, I would say about 2/3 down the length of the swag form, and then pull it back up so you have a nice, actually that's a little much, so you have a nice drape going on. And so I should turn it this way so you can see what I'm doing. I'll stand up. Thanks for sharing, Dawn. Okay, this should be better. I'm a little bit closer to the phone. Okay, so we're going to drape this way. And we want to attach it towards the middle of the swag, both lengthwise and middle here. And then there, as you can see, this is going to be really fluffy. You see the top there, you have the form there, and then this part, I'm going to keep going. I need a bigger workspace. And we're going to gather it again. We're going to drape it one more time, but this time we're instead of the drape being this way, the drape's going to be on the other side. So it's going to make like an S form. So gather it again. And pull it down, and then bring it up a little bit till you get a nice drape that you like. And then tie it off pretty close to the bottom. And just arrange that. Nikki, how I'm getting the swags, I just, let me show you this one again down here. So when I gather the mesh together, I'll pull it down till it's past the bottom, and then I'll bring it back up. So it kind of poofs it up. And then you just look at it and see if it's too much or if it's just right the way you want it to be, about the same height as the other loops that you have. And then you just tie it off. And then before I cut it, I want to make sure that I like where everything is, and I think we're good. And with the 21-inch mesh, you can actually fold the sides in on itself so it's not so wide, and it'll give a look of a narrower ribbon. So it'll give the bow a little bit more definition. So there we go. And I kind of want to have a long tail, so I'm gonna maybe do, because we can always cut it shorter later, but if it's too long, so I'm gonna do maybe 12 to 15 inches. And I'm just using scissors to cut straight across. Okay, and that's our tail. So this is what we have so far. Just let that roll. So So far this is what we have. I know it's hard to see. Oops, just lost it. There we go. Okay, so now it's time for the ribbon. And I think for this, we're basically going to be copying the shape that we've already done here with a deco mesh using the ribbons. So we'll start with a 5-inch. We're going to go from widest to narrowest with our ribbons. This is so pretty, guys. Look at that. So I'll just go ahead and dovetail the end, and all I did was fold it in half lengthwise, and then starting from the folded piece going to the outer piece, just cut a diagonal line. And we have our dovetail or chevron end. And I'm going to do a tail. I should grab the other ones too. So we're going to layer this. We're going to put our mesh ribbon. I'm going to call this the mesh ribbon because I don't know what else to call it. And I'm just going to cut straight across because the ends are kind of jagged like that. So I'm going to just make a clean cut. Thanks, Eileen. Thank you guys for helping me answer questions. When I'm making this, I sometimes don't look at the comments, so I miss stuff. And here, we're also going to dovetail the 2.5-inch ribbon that we have, our Merry Christmas ribbon. So there we go. So we're going to layer them together. And I'm just going to eyeball this. I'm not even going to measure it. Just do a tail. And then gather all the ribbons together. Hope this works, because I don't know if I told you I've never done this before either. It's part of my crafting things. I like to make stuff up as I go along. We all do as crafters, don't we? We have a picture in our head and we try to make it happen. So I have them all together, layered loosely. And then, so this is 22 inches. I'm going to do, let's see what 18 inches looks like. Yeah, so we're going to do 18-inch loops with our ribbon combos. So 18 inches loop, and then another 18 inches and loop. And I'm just using the measuring on my cutting mat loosely because I'm having trouble holding these together. And then twist your ribbon so that the pretty side is up. Then arrange your loops. It's okay if I think it's okay if the loops aren't exactly all together because I'm going to be separating them anyway. So we have two loops of 18 inches. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo where we did the top bow. I can do it. There we go. And just put that there. And time down nice and snug. So we have our tail going this way of our ribbons, and we have our two sets of ribbon loops. And I know using this Merry Christmas ribbon, some of the loops, it's going to be backwards or upside down for where it says Merry Christmas. So I'm separating the ribbons right now. Okay. So then we're going to go ahead and twist so that our ribbons are facing up. And then we're going to just follow, hope you can see this okay, we're just going to follow. Thanks for sharing, Elaine. We're just going to follow the drape of the deco mesh. I'm just going to drop these ribbons on the floor so I knock stuff over. So keeping it together here, following the drape. Gather the ribbons together and attach it to the same ties we attached the deco mesh. You might want it to make sure that's a little bit more drapey than the deco mesh. And then we're going to separate it. Actually, I want the Merry Christmas to be on the inside. The Merry Christmas ribbon, it feels more like a satiny fabric material. It's very, very soft. So I think I'm going to use our red ribbon net to help hold it in place. And if it seems a little long, you can pull it a little bit so it's, there you go. Yeah, that works. So that's what it looks like. And then our last, oh thanks Jan, our last drape is going to be down here to the bottom, and we're going to do the same thing. I think it's easier if you do it one at a time. And we're going to layer everything, drape. Make sure it's a little bit more drapey than the deco mesh. Gather everything together. Turn it this way so you can see. Untie. Undo the ties. Put it down there. Tie it off really well. So the ribbon, I want it to be on this side. So it'll have a nice this way and then this way. And then I want long tails again for the ribbons. And I'm just gonna eyeball it. I can cut it shorter later if it needs to be cut shorter. Cut it off, and then again I'm gonna dovetail. Dovetail that one. The red net one, I'm just going to cut straight across. And then the Merry Christmas one, I'll be sure to cut off where it says Merry Christmas. And then dovetail that too. Thanks, Debbie. Okay, so here we go so far. That's going to hang down. I need to figure out a way, guys, so I can show you better when we have big items like this. And I think the only way I'm going to do that is if I get an easel and arrange my craft room so the camera is a little bit further away. I'm going to have to get a microphone so you can hear me, and then so you can see the whole project. So right now I'm just arranging the ribbons so that it looks nice. So this is what we have so far. So now it's time for our ornaments. So this, I'm going to place it first before I glue it so that we can see if it looks right. You should see the rest of my room, Linda. You'd be shocked. Seriously. Okay, so I like this. This is our biggest ornament. I'm gonna put it right on top. And then this, the red one is our second to biggest ornament. So I'm gonna put that in the middle. Cut off the tag and the loop there. And then that one's facing that way, so I want this one to be a little bit on this side. We have the smaller ones. Let's see. Okay, this red striped one, I'm going to put it up here next to the big one because the main color of the big one is green. And then I think for this one, since it's red, I'll put the apple green and red stripe next to it. And then for the bottom, let's see, this one, no. Thinking of doing this here, the other apple green, and then right below it, right at the very tip, you can see it. See how those two are that right there, the smallest ones, and then we have the medium-sized ones here toward the middle, and then the large one and a medium-sized one here. Let's see, I took these out. Maybe I'll put that one there, and then I'll put this here. So there's 3, 2, and 2. You know, they always say when you're arranging stuff, you should use odd numbers. So 3, 2, and 2, that's 7. So what do you think, if you can see it? I think we'll go with that. I like the way that we can still see a lot of the white swag base, and I like the flow, the movement of the ribbon and the deco mesh going this way and then this way. So we'll go ahead and glue that down. We'll start from the bottom. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to dip the top of the ornament into my glue skillet and just press it down. Just move it so you can see it. There you go. Just hold it there for a second. And then these are kind of funny because if I put this down this way, all you'll see is the bottom part of it. So I want to put this kind of at an angle so you can see the stripe one way or the other. There you go. I'll do it that way. So we're actually be dipping it not where the hanger is, but kind of on the side. This way. Thank you guys. Thanks for sharing. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I was so happy today. I was so bummed yesterday when we got the power outage and we couldn't do this. But this morning I woke up and we had gone over 6,000 followers. And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I'm so thankful to all you guys for following and liking me and inspiring me to keep working and keep making these crafts. Even though half the time I'm making stuff up as I go along. So I put that there. I'm going to pull it a little bit to the side. And then same thing with this one. Since it's striped, I don't want to put it directly down so we see the bottom. Just put it sideways. So I'm going to dip the side of it. A little bit so you guys can see it better. The glue skillet, Leanne, is from Amazon. You can probably, I think some people have said you can buy them from Walmart, or you can use a regular cooking skillet, but I would suggest getting one specifically for crafts and for hot glue. Oh, good, Teresa. Make sure you post a picture when you make your snowmans. I'd love to see it. Okay, so we're going to work on the very top. We'll start with the large one. So I want it to sit here at an angle, kind of more on this side. So, dipping it in the glue skillet. I turned my glue skillet on about 10 minutes before we went live, and then turned it down after all the glue was melted so it's not so hot, and it stays melted. I still have a welt on my finger from when I burnt it the other day doing a live. I was so happy I didn't say any bad words when I burnt myself. Oh, thank you, Annie. You can do this. You can totally do this. Okay. So the other two, I want it to be here and here. I want that stripe to show up, so. And I'm so happy. There's very little glue strings. You all know how I don't like these glue strings. And a little bit of glue just got on my finger, and it's not even hot at all. It's just really warm. Okay, and then the last one, this one. So I'm just popping it in the really warm glue and just twirling it around so that the glue string won't be there. And I pop it down. And I'll take a couple of nice pictures after I finish doing this, so you can have a better view of how it looks. Oh yeah, Teresa. This basically what you see on camera is half my craft room. The other half is basically stacked with boxes. Oh, you don't even want to see it. I'm looking at it right now. I'd be so embarrassed if anybody saw it right now. Okay, so this is what we have so far. It's hard to see. I wish you guys can see the whole thing. So here's the top with the deco mesh, the ribbons, and the ornaments. And plus it's sideways. It's supposed to be up. And then we have more ornaments, more swag, more loops, and then more ornaments, and then our tails hanging down. Okay, our tails might be a little bit long. I'm gonna have to cut those off. Okay, I'm thinking it needs a little bit more. So let me see the stuff here that we took out. I really want to use this one, so we're gonna go for it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take each of these off. There's like three branches off this big one, so I'm just gonna pull it if I could. Maybe not. Oh, and it just got snagged. Hang on. Well, since I already dropped the camera, nothing much more can go wrong here. Okay, there you go. I just took that one out. And this is like a papery tape that it's on, that it has. It's all coming apart. So, I'm thinking I want to put it up here somewhere, towards the top. Maybe behind the deco mesh. I want to use all three, so what I'm thinking of doing is putting this at an angle, kind of between the two loops here. Okay. And again, we're just going to place it right now before we put it on permanently. There you go. You can kind of see that. And then I'm going to take another piece off. And put it on the other side. Yeah, this would be so much better if I had this up on like an easel. I'm going to use my wire cutters to cut this last guy off. Oh, great. Thanks, you guys. Okay. Wow, this is... Save that. We might use it for something else later. So there's the paper, like tape that it was it makes a big mess, that it was wrapped around. I had wrapped around it. So this third one, kind of want to put smack dab in the middle here. So we have one sticking straight up from the, going to the top, and two going diagonally. I'm just going to place that right now. So let me try to show you. It's going to be upside down for you, but kind of like that. Maybe not as long. Seems a little bit long to me. Maybe the top's okay. Just push these in a little bit more. So, like that. And then, so we have that covered. I think we need something down here. Let me grab the other one. And I'm wondering, put that apart. I'm wondering if I can take it apart even more, or if I could just shape it. Oh, this is pretty cool. If I'm bending it to a different shape. Maybe this in here. Let's keep it straight. Just tuck that in there for now. Just spray it that way. Okay, since we have the ornament balls there, we'll put this more to this side. And it's spraying that way. Not bad. And take another piece off. Hey Marge, we're making a swag. Woman, so I wish I could send this to London. I'd take it to London myself. Okay, so this last one, I'm going to tuck it here on this side, on the opposite side of this, where we have the swag. And it's just kind of hanging out there. Oh, thanks for sharing, Inez. When you share it, the video will show up on your own feed. That way, if you want to watch it over later, you won't have to look for it on my site. Okay. So again, I know it's hard to see, and I'm sorry, but yeah, it's much more full now. We have our sprays going up. I still think this top one is a little bit long. Let's see if I can tuck it in a little bit more. Yeah, that's better. Okay. There. I think I like that, the way that turned out. So we have the 3 sprays up here, the middle one here, and then the bottom one down here, where we have the long tails. And there you go. And I think we're going to keep it that way. I know, I haven't forgotten. I still have to glue this stuff on, and I think I'll go ahead and do that after. And like I said earlier, this already has a hanger back here, right there, so you don't have to worry about making a hanger. Nice. This might be the one that I hang on my own front door this year, because I haven't changed mine out yet. I've been so busy. So there we go. So let me know what you think. I think we're going to leave it at that. I don't want to just put too much to it. Aw, thank you guys. Thank you. Hi, Anna. Okay, let me put this here and show you some more. Thank you all for the hearts. Thank you. There, I think you can see it a little bit better this way. There. Thank you. Okay, so now, since that's, like I said, I will go ahead and take a picture later and post it so you can actually see the whole thing hanging up on the door. Thank you. So, this is what we made for day 11 of our 12 days of Christmas crafts. And, oh, before we do that, I wanted to show you guys. I went to Target today, and in the front door they had these, they're called the umbrella bags. I got this idea from Damon Oates from Deco Exchange, but if you're like me and you have a ton of rolls of Deco Mesh, and some of them are open, like this one still has a good half a roll. And you know that when you stack Deco Mesh together, if they're open, they can snag together. So you can use umbrella bags, and they're exactly the perfect length. See? And then you can stack, you can even push this in, so there. So I grabbed maybe 3 or 4 of these when I went to Target. Although it's a beautiful sunny day out here in Northern California, but I thought I'd share with you. You can buy, I think you can buy a bunch of them from Amazon. They're called umbrella bags. And this is another thing I got from Target. It's in their dollar section, $3. Now I was thinking of spray painting a grapevine wreath base. I do have black Deco Mesh from Halloween, doing a black Deco Mesh and gold ribbon and making a New Year's Eve wreath. Wouldn't that be cute? So this would be right in the middle of it, and basically would be just black and gold. So I might go ahead and do that too. Okay, and I have that on top of this box, which has all the names. There's like 90 names here of everyone who commented on that one post to win the centerpiece. I'll keep it here so you can see. Okay, so we're going to pick this now. Thank you, guys. Going to Target to get some umbrella bags, Gloriana. Okay. Doreen, I'm in Brentwood in East Contra Costa County. Sandra, do you have black and gold mesh? I don't have. I have black and I have gold mesh. I don't have black and gold mesh. Okay, here we go. Picking the winner. And the winner is this one. This one. And the winner of our centerpiece from day 11 is Lisa Pellin Gantic. Lisa, I'm sorry if I mangled your name, but Lisa is the winner of our centerpiece, and I will be sending this out in the mail to you tomorrow as soon as I contact you and get your shipping address. So Lisa Pellin Gantic is our winner. Congratulations, Lisa. I'll put this right here so I know to contact you. And again, thank you all so much for joining me on this 12 days of Christmas craft challenge I put out for myself. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope I inspired you to make something, even if you don't exactly know what you're doing. Like most of the time I didn't know, but just go for it. If you like it, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. So you can do it. If you have any questions about any of the crafts that I did, I would be more than happy to answer them for you. Just go ahead and message me. And if you haven't done so already, congrats, Lisa. Thank you. If you haven't done so already, please like, share, and follow my page. I would love, 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 love to reach. My husband's on the page. Yes, honey, I'd love a cup of tea. Maybe in about 10 minutes. Thank you. My husband. He loves me. So, okay, great. I lost my train of thought. Thank you, Oscar. So, yeah, I'd love to reach 10,000 followers on my page. And since this is the last day of our 12 days challenge, I have some really, really fun ideas that I want to do at the beginning of the year for everyone that's... thank you, guys. Oh, Shirley, thank you. I feel so not professional. But thank you for saying that. That's so nice. So, yeah, I have some really, really great ideas that I have in mind that we're going to start implementing at the beginning of the year. So stay tuned for that. And, oh, Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas, everyone, and happy holidays. And I look forward to a great 2018. It's going to be a big one for me. Thanks, Mom. That's my mother-in-law there, Dorothy David. And she's been watching my 12 days. And she's been a really big supporter. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Connie. That's very nice. So until my next live, hopefully it won't be too long. I'll give you a heads up again. I'll probably do another one in the next week or so, but can I kind of wind it down because of the Christmas holidays. But if I don't see or speak to you before then, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year. We'll see you in 2018. Bye.